Tonight's broadcast is made possible by Central Midwest Carpenters. Build your next chapter. Team Toyota, building relationships that will last generations. Strack & Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. Crowell Insurance Company, the insurance superheroes. Ironworkers Local 395, proud to be union. Four Seasons Mechanical, quality and comfort is our guarantee. Boilermakers Local 374, earn while you learn. IBEW Local 697, proud to support high school sports. Bricklayers Local 4, the best hands in the business. Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. The Right Group, the right way to buy and sell real estate. Mark Macknick, Chicagoland Tax Professionals. Blythe's Team Sports, where the athlete shops. And Hampton Inn, downtown Indianapolis. This is the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us and welcome to Team Toyota's Takedown Time on the Region Sports Network. We come to you today from East Chicago Central High School as the Region Sports Network presents live audio coverage of the 2026 Indiana Boys Wrestling State Series at the East Chicago Central Semi-State. I'm Zach Miller and I'll have the lead play-by-play analysis for today's action. But joining me with the color analysis is Zach Lavelle. Good morning, Zach.
Good morning, Zach. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. It's another great day for some wrestling. Right here.
Always.
Right here at Mecca, man. It's always awesome to be here at East Chicago for Semi-State. Great environment. The place fills up. One of the bigger gyms in the country. No better place in the area to call some wrestling, I'd argue.
Over on Matt Ford, he got some cross-shoulder tilt right now. He got a lot of near fall already.
As you can see on your screen, everybody listening here, we have the USA Bracketing dashboard for you here so you can view the score and the matchups here as they happen live. We're going to try our best to update you with the wrestlers as they come and who's coming up here. But yes, on your screen you can see all the matches as they're going on live. We'll be providing you with the audio coverage.
On Matt Ford, we had a quick pin. Gavin Longoria over Tristan Wood. Congratulations to him moving on. Mat 1, we have Rashad Nelson from Maryville. Justin Jefferson from Lafayette Jefferson. Mat 2, we have Micah Vargas up 7-0 over Levi Ladig from Penn. Mat 3, you got Reed Hayworth and James Malton. Hayworth just got a pinfall in that one. Coming up on Mat 4, you got Christian Stiefy from West Lafayette and Brody Conrad from Portage. Conrad already with the takedown, has a ball and chain, looking for some near fall. There's a near fall, looking for a pin, gets it. On mat 1, you got a quick takedown and reversal. they're going to be talking the score over there. That was quick. Mat 2, Micah Vargas up 7-0 over Levi Ladewig still. Looking for a cradle. He just picked up some near fall off of that. It's going to be 10-0 now. Going spiral ride into a crab ride. Now jumping hip into a cross shoulder tilt, picking up near fall right now. Looks for a pin in a grapevine position. Got a little too high, was able to roll out and get the reversal. That's going to make the score 14-2. 16-2, sorry about that.
Just a reminder that you are watching the 2026 Indiana Boys Wrestling State Tournament Series, built by Union Carpenters. Central Midwest Carpenters, build your next chapter. Also, this is Team Toyota's Takedown Time on the Region Sports Network, where the region comes to wrestle. Check out the inventory of new and used cars at Team Toyota on 41.com.
In that 3, we had a tech fall, McCoy over Saylor. Coming up on mat 3 is going to be Isabel Capelin from West Lafayette and Tyler Quarles from Lowell. Mat 1, Rashad Nelson looking for a pin, runs out of time, is going to pick up some near fall there. That's going to put him up 16-4 over Justin Jefferson from Lafayette Jefferson. Or Justin Jackson, sorry.
Quickly looking at this here, Zach, we have our Saturday forecast brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Today's forecast here in East Chicago outside the Barado Center. It's currently 37 degrees and cloudy with a high of 52 degrees, Zach. I'll take that for the weather we had, about a month or so ago, Got 50s and 60s coming up here the rest of the week. I will take that.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I was outside shoveling a couple days ago, and now it's sunny and nice out.
Gonna have 63 next Wednesday. God, you gotta love Indiana.
Over on mat 2, we had a tech fall, Vargas over Ladewig. Mat 1, Rashad Nelson just picked up the pinfall. Mat 2 coming up is going to be Isaac Garcia from Hammond Bishop Knoll and Aldo Origel from Rensselaer Central. On mat 4, he just hit a cowboy. That was sick. That's going to be Dominic Dillon from Griffith and Roman Marquez over South Bend Riley. Dominic Dillon up 8-3 right now. Mat 1 is going to be Julian De Luna from Hanover Central and Keegan Holderman from Bremen. De Luna up 3-0 right now. Has a wing in stepping over. Looking for a pin already and gets it. Mat 2, Isaac Garcia up 5-0 over Aldo Origel. Mat 3 is going to be still scoreless. Mat 4, you got Dominic Dillon up 11-5 over Roman Marquez currently. Mat 1, you got Sam Westphal and Hayden Snowden. Westphal from Crown Point, Hayden from Attica. Westphal already in on a high single. Look for a trip, doesn't get it, able to drop down to the opposite leg. Gets the 3. Quick switch attempt from Snowden. Westphal able to follow the hips pretty cleanly. Looking for a cross shoulder tilt now. Westphal able to turn that into a reverse half. Looking for a pinfall. And just scoop the shoulder. Still holding. Snowden fighting well. Westphal picks up the pinfall. Over on mat 2, you got Isaac Garcia up 5-4 on Aldo Origel. Mat 3, you got Isabel Capelin from West Lafayette and Tyler Quarles. Quarles up 1-0 currently. Mat 4, Dominic Dillon up 11-6 over Roman Marquez. Coming up on mat 1, going to be Alex Vallejo from Warsaw Community and Colby Robinson from Rensselaer.
By the time we get to semi-state, Zach, it really shows by the amount of teams that we're listing here from wherever, and someone's like, man, we got a lot of different schools here representing. A lot of them you don't see for the rest of the year. You know, you're walking by and you're walking in, you're like, I don't know North White's going to be here and all these different schools. It's like you stretch it past Northwest Indiana almost to the northwestern half of the state, you know?
Oh yeah, dude. With all the regions, with all the regionals combining, it always makes for a great community at semi-state. That was sick. It always makes for a great community at semi-state, and you never know who's going to be there. You never really know who you're going to be wrestling until the bracket's released, and then you're searching for tape, trying to figure out how they wrestle, everything, just trying to get your studies in throughout the week so you can be as prepared as possible for it. Semi-state is brutal. It's either you make it to what you were working for your whole season, or you go home.
Yep, and like you said, I have to imagine, you know, for some of the bigger schools, maybe ones that we may cover, it's much easier to find some tape on some guys. Let's say, you know, you're going against some kid from a more rural school that's like 40-1 coming in. You know, it's like, oh gosh, where do we find the tape on where to beat this guy, you know?
Yep. Sometimes it's a struggle, and you just go in and you're just training as hard as you can and you have multiple guys in the room. A lot of times practice rooms are great during this time. Kids will still come in and wrestle, even if they got knocked out during the sectionals or regionals, just so that the wrestlers moving on and advancing can still get that different looks that they were looking for, just in case they come up against it in the semi-state.
On mat 1, we currently have Kobe Robinson of Rensselaer Central leading 3-0 over Warsaw's Alex Viejo. Mat 2, we have Aldo Origel of Rensselaer Central leading 14-7 over Bishop Knowles' Isaac Garcia. Mat 3, Tyler Quarles leads 1-0 over Isabel Kaplan of West Lafayette. And on mat 4, James Mobley of Maryville leads Brody Blevins, losing 3-0 to Brody Blevins of Mishawaka.
Marquez able to pick up the decision, close decision, 12-11 over Dillon.
I said earlier in the open, Zach, it's just really fun. You know, a lot of people maybe that don't look at it from the wrestling point of view, like to see East Chicago, they see it as the basketball mecca. You know, it's one of the biggest gyms in the country, not just the state. You know, I want to say 3rd largest in the country, and that's true. But man, you get the semi-state and you really see the gym fill out the way it does, or everyone, like you said, in this part of the state come up here. It is a very fun time here every year when you come to East Chicago.
Oh yeah, you get just the energy here is always great. And even back when I was wrestling in high school, semi-state was the place to be. Like I said, everybody here is just wrestling their heart out. So like I said earlier, either you make it to state, which is what you were working for your whole season, or you go home. Everybody here is wrestling their heart out to achieve that goal.
On mat 3, we have Tyler Quarles of Lowell at 113, wins 1-0 over West Lafayette's Isabel Kaplan. Now coming up on mat 3, 113, Tartar Gary of Hanover Central and Graham Shear of Tri-County.
Over on mat 2, Aldo Origel able to extend that lead up to 20-7 over Isaac Garcia. About 20 seconds left. Mat 4, Brody Blevins from Mishawaka up 8-1 over James Mobley from Maryville. Mat 1, Alex Vallejo from Warsaw Community, Colby Robinson up over him right now, 6-0.
Yeah, mat 1 for us, peeking behind the curtain here a little bit. Every other mat, we're able to see the scores for all of them, but in the corner we're situated in, the scoreboard is right below us, so we can't really see it, right?
These two scoreboards.
They're the same one.
These two scoreboards are linked up.
See, this is why 2 pair of brains are better than mine, because mine is working on half capacity at best. So thankfully you noticed that. 6-0, 4 seconds left in the second period. There you go. If only I had a pair of eyes that worked, man. These glasses got to be a little stronger or something. Or the brain or both. I don't know. Now we're all covered.
Mat 2 coming up, you got Ivan Martinez from Warsaw Community and Julian Gonzalez from Munster. Gonzalez able to pick up a quick takedown, up 3-0. And some near fall, that's going to put him up 6-0.
113-pound weight class there on mat 2.
Mat 1, Robinson looking to pick up some near fall here. He has a wing and a bar right now, working a step over. Vallejo able to fight off for a little bit, gets to the reversal. Has a single boot in.
On mat 4, going into the third period, Brody Blevins of Mishawaka leading James Mobley of Maryville going into the third.
Mat 2, Julian Gonzalez picks up a tech fall over Ivan Martinez. Coming up is going to be Ethan Alvarez from Maryville and Jack Dietz from Hanover. I'll tell you what, it's exciting to look down at this dashboard and see all the freshmen and sophomores, and they're just showing that it's going to be a strong next 4 years. A lot of the wrestlers here are underclassmen, and they're showing why they belong right now.
I know, especially in these lower weight classes, you get these young guys coming up, and if you're a coach or a fan of these programs, you're like, yeah, we obviously want to win it all this year, but we got a couple more years left to achieve that goal, and so much more to look forward to into the future.
And this right here is going to be either a hard lesson or a good lesson for each wrestler. Robinson able to pick up a major decision over Vallejo. Coming up, you got Jacob Powers from Crown Point and Nash Burke from Munster.
Speaking of Crown Point, Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point athletics and say, "Go Bulldogs!" Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Try your luck at designing a new city logo. The City of Crown Point St. Patrick's Day logo decorating contest is open. Entries must be hand-drawn and include elements of St. Patrick's Day. Participants must be 17 and under. Download the logo contest form by visiting crownpoint.info/St. Pat's. All entries are due Tuesday, February 17th.
Blevins able to get a fall over Mobley. Coming up on mat 2, you got Ethan Alvarez up 6-1 over Jack Dietz. Mat 3, you got Carter Gary up 3-0 over Graham Scherer. Mat 4, you got Cruz Oruta from Lake Central and Tanner Horn from Rochester Community.
Rochester's usually pretty good for their size, I always like to say. Every time I come to East Chicago, they are quite overrepresented, I'd say, relative to their size by the time it gets to the final rounds.
Oh, yeah.
That matchup taking place in the 113-pound division.
Carter Gary able to extend his lead 8-0. Cruz from Lake Central up 3-0 over Tanner Horn currently. Ethan Alvarez up 9-1, just gets the takedown.
Horn gets his escape on mat 4.
Powers up 3-0 over Nash Burke right now. Mat 2, that's going to be Ethan Alvarez looking for a pin. Got a lot of time, and he gets it.
38-2 is an impressive record for a freshman.
Oh yeah, like I said, it's just a strong underclass right now, and the wrestler he was going up against, Jack Deese, he's just a sophomore, made it to semi-state. Like I said, just very impressed by the underclassmen. Like I said, just showing where they belong.
Guys we're going to see for a couple years here coming up into the future. On mat 4, start of the second period, Cruzaretta of Lake Central leading 6-1. Start of the second period, 113.
Mat 3, you got Isaac Warner from West Central and Nicholas Fries from New Prairie. Nicholas Fries able to get a takedown and looking for a near fall. Kind of from a shelf off of that single leg. Able to pick up a few of them. Going to put them up 7-0.
Mat 2, Joel Barrera of Hammond Central taking on Colin Strayer of Crown Point. Strayer looking for the fall.
Strayer gets the fall. That's a nice cradle. Mat 1, Powers and Burke are going at it. Mat 4, you got Oretta looking for a fall. And gets it. Powers now up 7-0 over Burke on mat 1. Starting on mat 2, you got Grant Holloway and Bryson Kirk Banks. Mat 3, Isaac Warner and Fries just concluded. Fries gets the tech fall. Mat 4 coming up, you got Jeffrey Fleming from Griffith and Nathan Scott from New Prairie.
Mat 3 starting up, Jake Higgins of North Newton at 120 versus Xavier Acuna of Portage.
Over on mat 2, you got Noel Verduzco from Lowell and Diego Bedencourt from Munster. Mat 1, Powers able to extend that lead 10-0 and is holding near fall right now. Looking for a hammer lock. Gets it. Verduzco over there on mat 2. Able to get a quick takedown, looking for a near fall. Acuna able to pick up a quick pin over Higgins, 28 seconds there.
Mat 4, Jeffrey Fleming of Griffith leading 3-0 over New Prairie's Nathan Scott. They have the score on the page saying, there you go, they just flipped it. It's 3-0 end of the first period for Fleming of Griffith.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Verduzco does this tournament after last week, coming off of that upset and that loss.
Yep.
And he came out firing today, was able to get a quick takedown and is holding near fall, looking for a pin right now, trying to high step over and gets the high step.
Well, you could tell it's a kid on a mission.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know, we almost think about, if you're Coach English and them there at Lowell thinking, is it a good thing that it happened? Get out the way in the sense of like, to light a fire on them more than there already was, to say, all right, you just lost. It could happen again. Make sure it doesn't,
Oh yeah, And all I'm saying is I would have hated to be his practice partner for the week.
Imagine being the first when you just come in there and, yeah, get it all out on you. But, you know, that's what makes you better, though, you know. And like you said, I mean, that is going to be a kid on a mission here to show that was a fluke and that he's trying to go for bigger and better things, so to speak, here at semi-state.
He's definitely going to be looking to meet up with them during this tournament somewhere, somehow. Powers able to pick up the major decision over Burke. Verduzco up 7-0. Coming up on mat 1, you got Simon Ayler from Harrison, West Lafayette, and Nick Slusser from Bremen. Mat 3, you got Cameron Sell from Harrison, West Lafayette, and Gabriel Veet from Warsaw. Mat 4, you got Jeffrey Fleming from Griffith up 3-0 currently over Nathan Scott from New Prairie.
So say on mat 4, Scott of New Prairie was looking for a single leg, it felt like, for a minute straight there. Wasn't able to get it, still 3-0 for Fleming there. 36 seconds left in the second period.
Sometimes when that happens, you get the mentality of either now I know it's there, or you get the mentality of I just fought hard for this for a minute straight and couldn't get it. What do I go on to next? And you're just trying, it's kind of a chess match where you're just trying to figure out what to do next. You're trying to feel out your opponent in the first period because, like we were saying earlier, you can watch all the tape you want, but they're watching tape on YouTube preparing for you. And it's going to be a chess match of figuring out who prepared better for this moment here.
Yep, and it's who makes the best adjustments on the fly.
Big return on mat 1. That's going to be Simon Ayler from West Lafayette. Getting a big lift off of that.
Mat 2, Verduzco in control, leading 11-0 with a minute left in the second period. Over Diego Betancourt of Munster, 126 pounds.
The great thing that I always loved about semi-state is the dual refs. You got 2 refs on every match, and they're not missing anything.
Yep.
And they're always communicating. You'll see it. They're always looking at opposite angles. That way they don't miss anything. The refs are always great at semi-state, and I'm just happy to see that nothing's changed since then.
Yep, it always helps to have another pair of eyes. You know, you could do the best job refereeing or the worst job refereeing or anything in between. It always helps to have a second pair of eyes. Say, okay, did I get this right, or what'd you think of this one?
Oh yeah.
You know, it just makes the process a whole lot smoother and a whole lot better for all parties involved.
Yep. Right now, you got Simon Ayler up 3-0 over Nick Slesser. Mat 2, you got Noel Verduzco up 11-0 over Diego Betancourt. Going to take some injury time over there as well. Betancourt is. Hopefully he's okay. Never like to see that in this type of matchup. Mat 3, you got Cameron Sell up 9-1 over Gabriel Veet. Mat 4, you got Jeffrey Fleming up 5-3 over Nathan Scott.
It's like injury time now there on mat 4 for Scott of New Prairie.
Like I was saying over there with Betancourt, and that's something you never want to see during this type of stage. It's definitely a scary moment for both wrestlers and the and the coaches.
Yep.
And you want to be as close to fully healthy in this moment as possible. Like I said, this is the moment that you've been working for your whole season.
Me and Danny were talking about this last week at the Hobart Regional. You know, at this point in the season now, even a week after that, nobody's 100%.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's always skill and preparation and coaching that leads to wins. But just as important in all of those, I'd argue, Zach, is who isn't as banged up as the other. You know, it's really
100%.
just surviving both by skill but by luck, you know. So who's going to get there with the least amount of injuries at this point, you know, because everybody's dealing with something, one thing or another when you get to this point of the season.
Yep, a lot of it comes down to who's able to tape himself up better. Hey, and be able, and the great thing is with wrestlers, a lot of times, especially at this stage, you got so much skill, so much technique that you're able to be as versatile as you need to be able to adapt to each injury. If my right leg's my lead leg and it's injured, a lot of these wrestlers can switch it up and go left leg, lead leg, and wrestle a little bit more defensive instead of being on the attack the whole time. Over on mat 2, Noel Verduzco picks up the win there.
Started up here shortly on mat 3. Luke Need of Lake Central leading 3-0 over Benjamin Armstrong of Ileana Christian, 126 pounds. Mat 4 just concluded. Jeffrey Fleming, I believe, just won in overtime, I believe, 8-3 over Nathan Scott of New Prairie. He'll be moving on at 120.
Mat 3, Armstrong able to get that escape. Makes the score Luke Need 3, Armstrong 1. Mat 1, Simon Ayler up 3-0 currently over Nick Slusser. Mat 2, you got Alexander Vanderen from North White and Aiden Diaz from Penn. Diaz up 3-0 currently. Mat 3, Luke Need up 6-1 over Benjamin Armstrong. Back to mat 1, Simon Ayler able to get that pinfall.
Mat 4, Chance Smith of Mishawaka leading 3-0 over Benton Central's Joseph Mendoza. A couple of rare pair of upperclassmen here, junior and senior here for the lower weight class. We've been talking so much about the younger guys here, you know, showing out. A couple old dudes, so to speak, when you're talking about high schoolers. A couple old dudes, junior and senior matchup there.
Mat 2, you got Warren Brown III from Maryville and Grant Morale from Twin Lakes. Speaking of the upperclassmen, those are both seniors representing, and that's kind of a scary thing. Also, is that you got two seniors fighting for their dream that they've worked for their whole high school career. It's really who wants it more and who prepared better. Right now, that's going to be Warren Brown III with a takedown. Nice little knee pick there.
He's been fun to watch really his whole career, but in this whole season, I guess, of athletic competition here between football season, did great work for the Maryville Pirates team who made the state championship in football as a defensive back, and now the great season he's had thus far for the Pirates wrestling team. 132-pound matchup there.
It's always fun seeing all the football players come into the wrestling room and seeing how much they shrink from the time that they were on the football field to the time that they're in the wrestling room. It's on football, you kind of want to be compact, you want to kind of be more built, want to say, and then in wrestling, obviously, you want to be able to get down to a comfortable weight, but a lower weight than what you were.
Yep, enough to absorb contact, so to speak, in football. But I'd also add, though, there's a difference between football conditioning and wrestling conditioning. You know,
yep. Football, you got about a 7-second burst of plays. Wrestling, you got 6 to 9-ish minutes of wrestling straight. There's no breaks in between. You got your quick little decision time in between periods, but that's about it.
You're not getting your water break in between plays
Nope.
and calling timeout. You can't look to the coach and say, hey, can we get a timeout here? You know?
Mat 1, Jackson Robbins from Rochester Community up 3-0 over Parker Bernard from Lafayette Jefferson. Mat 2, you got Warren Brown III from Maryville up 6-2 over Grant Morale from Twin Lakes. Mat 3, you got Luke Need from Lake Central up 15-1 currently on Benjamin Armstrong from Ileana Christian. Mat 4, you got Joseph Mendoza from Bannon Central, Chance Smith from Mishawaka. Smith up 6-1 currently.
It's nice to have this dashboard on our screen for the stream here. It's nice.
Robin's looking for
everything.
Robin's looking for a cradle, gets it. Has a lot of time. Gets the pinfall there. But I agree, having the dashboard definitely helps in it being able to tell scores and times, know who's where at all times. It's definitely been helpful.
And I could say as a whole, I've really appreciated the switch over in mass from track wrestling to USA Brackling. USA Brackling has done a great job for all the events we've done this year.
They've definitely done a great job. It took me a little bit to get the full switch over because I've been on track wrestling my whole wrestling career. It was definitely new to me, but it took me a little bit to get used to it, and it's been great. Not a lot of hiccups. They've been doing a great job with that.
It's like listening to a language in a new accent. It's the same thing, but just a little different where it throws you off, you know? It's like, what?
Yep.
It's Australian? Like, huh? You know what I mean? So definitely appreciate the work they do there, though. So.
Mat 1, we got Maximus Quiros from Chesterton and Marion McLean from Maryville.
Couple Duneland matchup there. It's always fun to see in the first round.
Another junior-senior matchup. Right now, Quiros up 3-0 and quick takedown.
Not wrestling in the singlet.
He didn't, and I don't think he did last week either.
It's interesting. I remember doing one of his matches earlier this year. I swore he was in the singlet.
Looking for a pin right now. Able to get the kind of just a seatbelt reverse half. That's going to put him up 5-0 currently.
Currently on mat 3, Luke Reed of Lake Central wins 15-1 over Benjamin Armstrong of Ileana Christian at 126.
Mat 2, you got Warren Brown III up 15-4 currently over Grant Morale.
Quiros on mat 1 has the cradle looking for the fall. McLean. 4 near fall. 13-0, 20 seconds left in the first period on mat 1.
Looking for a tech fall. He's probably going for a tech pin. That was a sick bundle if he can get it. Nice crossface to get to it. There's the bundle with the step over. Now he's looking for the pinfall. That's going to be tight. Sometimes when you know you got to match it, there's the tech. Sometimes when you know you got a match where you're able to get a warm-up match in and get your gears going, it's nice to have that going into the second round. Now you just got it loose. You're able to just move on to the next match a little bit easier.
Get you some confidence going for the next one.
And it puts a statement out there, especially at this stage. And not a lot of people are getting tech falls.
No, not in the first round either. Let's see here. Coming up now on mat 3, 132 pounds, Solomon Suberchrist of North White taking on Aiden Campbell of Portage.
Mat 1 coming up, you got Luis Gomez from Munster and Gunnar Payne from Attica. Mat 2, you got Warren Brown III up 18-5 over Grant Morale. I think they gave that takedown to the wrong person. That's going to be Warren Brown III picking up a tech fall.
Good. Silvercrest on mat 3 is kind of what we were talking about earlier. Maybe some schools that we hadn't seen yet, you know. We've seen a lot of Aiden Campbell this year, of Portage evidently. And then Silvercrest, 43-0 senior here at 132 coming in the semi-state, you know.
Yep.
Currently leading 3-0. Looking for near fall.
Mat 1, you got Luis Gomez from Munster and Gunnar Payne from Attica. Payne up 3-1 right now. Mat 2, you got Raylan Moats from Bremen and Hunter Mallory from Lowell.
I feel like on Mat 4, currently Chance Smith leading 9-1 with a little over a minute left in the third period. There's had to have been a couple injury times or something over there, because I feel like that match has been going on forever.
I've seen at least 2 or 3 of them. Mat 3, Solomon able to pick up that pinfall and move on.
.30 seconds left on Mat 1. Luis Gomez of Munster leading Gunnar Payne of Attica 4-3, 132 pounds. Payne getting the reversal on Mat 1, 5-4.
Smith over to pick up that pinfall over Mendoza.
Tough match to have as your opening one, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of as the opposite of we said, you know, maybe of Kiros getting that, you know, first round tech fall, you know. Quite a contrast to have a couple injury or blood times there. Hard fought all the way. Multiple ways to get it done, still get your hand raised.
Mat 2, Hunter Mallory able to pick up a quick tech fall over Raylan Moats. Mat 3 got Gavin Lewis up 7-0 over Gavin Reed. Lewis from Crown Point, Reed from Mishawaka. Mat 2 coming up, you got Rafael Sanchez Jr. from McCutcheon going up against Aiden Whitry from Lake Central.
Just a reminder that you are watching the 2026 Indiana Boys Wrestling State Tournament Series built by Union Carpenters. To find out more about the Carpenters, visit them on the web at cmwcarpenters.com. Also, this is Team Toyota's Takedown Time on the Region Sports Network, where the region comes to wrestle. Find your next Toyota on your own terms. Visit SmartPath at Team Toyota on 41.com.
Mat 3, Gavin Lewis able to pick up the win over Gavin Reed. Mat 3, you got Lane Horn from Rochester Community and Colton Nugent from New Prairie. Horn already looking for a pinfall.
Horn's a name I remember seeing last year. Senior this year. Had a great record, I want to say, last year. Did a lot of damage here, semi-state.
And this year also a great record. He's coming in with a 40-1 record.
That'll do.
Definitely make a name for yourself with that one.
And it's definitely that contrast you see of records like that, you know, where maybe you have a school like that where, you know, perhaps the level of competition might not be as high as maybe some you'd see like in the Duneland, where maybe the level of wrestlers when they face off against each other is similar and it's a great matchup, but one maybe coming in with one to maybe a handful of losses compared to maybe another, which might be a few slightly over 500, but going into you're still going, okay, this is going to be a great matchup.
Oh yeah, it's gonna. Everywhere you go in Indiana, you're going to have really good teams, and then you're going to have the teams that kind of are record patters, to put it bluntly. But it is what it is. It's going to come and go, and wrestling comes. You'll notice that wrestling comes in waves. You're going to get a spurt of really, really good athletes, and then you're going to have a little bit of a fallback, and then you're going to get another spurt of really good athletes, and it just depends on where you're at. That's what makes great programs, is to be able to stay out of low spurts and be able to have a consistent winning record, have a consistent great team, and we see that a lot with the Duneland and East Chicago area.
Up here on mat 4, we have Colin Motes of Bremen losing 1-4 to Cameron Noose of West Central, 126 pounds. Mat 3, 1 minute left in the first period. Angelo Varga of Penn knotted up 0-0 with Simon Martinez of Highland, 138 pounds. Mat 2, Adian Witchery of Lake Central leading 1-0, 30 seconds left in the second period versus Rafael Sanchez Jr. of McCutcheon. Now mat 1, Gunnar Payne, 30 seconds left in the third period, leading 9-7 versus Luis Gomez of Munster, 132 pounds.
Going to take a quick injury time on mat 2. I think his contact fell out. Gets it back in and he's ready to go.
Payne of Attica gets takedown in the late seconds.
Fall over on mat 3. Doesn't get it. Does get the near fall. Payne able to pick up the victory over Luis Gomez.
Tough match, got 8 points. The final, probably 45 seconds of that match to take the win.
Coming up, you got Evan Stanley from Lowell and Brett Bowman from Benson Central. Stanley was fun to watch last week. Big snap from him already.
Lowell's got a couple guys that are just fun to watch. I mean, really the big three, you think of him, Verduzco, and Hazlitt. You know, it's always fun to see those three come up.
Oh, yeah. I know Stanley and Verduzco probably work together a lot in that wrestling room. They probably get some heated moments in there. Stanley already looking for a cradle. Gets the pinfall.
Quick, 138 pounds there. On mat 4, Cameron Noose of West Central, minute 30 left in the third period, leading Colin Motes of Bremen 7-1, 126 pounds. Mat 3, Angelo Varga of Penn leading 15-1 in the second period over Simon Martinez of Highland.
Mat 2, you got Rafael Sanchez Jr. and Aiden Whitry, both at 1 with 50 seconds left in the third. Mat 1, you got Josian Quezada from Maryville and Will Mason from Mishawaka.
Varga picks up the win on mat 3. Vargo, I should say.
Mat 2, Whitry able to get a last-second takedown. 10 seconds left, trying to hold on. They go out of bounds.
Sanchez and McCutcheon got to escape and get a quick shot in 8 seconds.
Tries for a Granby.
Whitry holds on.
Whitry able to follow his pretty well. Comes out with the victory. Mat 1, you got Will Mason picking up a pretty good lead in the first. It's going to be 6-1 over Quezada. Got a single boot in and is anchoring out that other leg, looking for a guillotine.
Minute left on Mat 3. Sonny Sessa of Crown Point leads Israel Williams of West Central 7-1. 10-1 now.
Mat 4, Cameron Noost able to pick up the victory over Colin Moats. Mat 2, you got Cole Mazer from Culver Academies and Valentine from Griffith.
I want to say something here, Zach. It's something that's really been done well here at East Chicago thus far. The staff here have done an impeccable job of keeping people, frankly, out of our way while broadcasting here. Whereas, you know, anytime there's been someone kind of peeking on the side, maybe, not that they've really been on our way too bad, to be honest with you, if they're listening, but anytime there's been someone slightly biased, they go, nope, can't do that. That's the media area. Got to go somewhere else. They've really made it a
media area.
Yeah.
It's been great.
A clean and uncluttered environment, so to speak, here for us to broadcast in, which is always appreciated. So shout out here to the East Chicago.
We got security standing right next to us, making sure that we got a pretty open area for us to do what we need to do, and it's awesome.
Yes, it makes it so much easier, you know, to do the things we do here, and we're grateful.
I'm sure it's a lot more enjoyable for the people listening. Also, don't get a lot of that background noise that you might at the tournaments or other meets. It's been a great environment here so far.
They're used to holding big events here at East Chicago, and we're always glad to come to them. They do great work. Mat 3, Sonny Sessa leading 14-1. Start of the second period versus Israel Williams.
Nice roll through by Will Mason, able to pick up the reversal and looking for a near fall. Getting the near fall, getting swipes. He's off to the side right now, looking for a crossface to bring him back. He needs to sit to his hip. He doesn't. Quezada able to roll through. That's going to bring the score, should be 16-4. Now 17-4. Mason right back into those deep double underhooks, almost a bear hug position.
Way to get out of that.
That was a nice peek out for Mason right at the end.
Tell you what, at first, Mishawaka's jersey, their singlet, it confused me for a second. I took a look, I thought, is that Chesterton? You know, they got the similar colors.
Yeah.
By similar, I mean exactly the same.
Exactly the same, but this is
different design of the singlet, though.
Mason is really digging those double underhooks, looking for that bear hug. Finally got it locked up. There's the trip.
Wow.
Looking for the pinfall. Just rolls through, picks up the tech.
Nice trip there. Right to his back.
Was looking for it all match. Finally gets it on the last one.
Way to Quezada, though. Didn't give up at all, though, in that match. Well, there was multiple opportunities where he could have allowed himself to get pinned there, but he escaped each time.
Right now, you got on mat 2, you got Cole Mazer from Culver Academy. He's up 3-2 over Valentine from Griffith. Mat 3, Cooper Wilkins from Portage, up 3-0 currently over Trevor Crump from South Bend Riley. Mat 4, Isaiah Bukema from Hanover Central, currently up 3-0 over Braxton Shines from South Bend Riley. Coming up on mat 1, you got Cameron Cruz from Valparaiso versus Romeo Del Real from Lafayette Central Catholic. A lot of hand fighting right now from both Cruz and Del Real. Nice knee block to circle out of that from Del Real right there. Dropping to his knee, and Cruz just waiting for him to stand up, not going down to his level, being smart and keeping distance there. Cruz able to get in on a single, big crotch lift, able to get the takedown. Now in a claw ride. Coming up front, has a Oki boot. Del Real able to sit him to a hip. Caught the leg coming in. Cruz able to just muscle back over. Got injury time over on mat 2. Cooper Wilkins up 6-1 over Trevor Crump right now. On mat 3, Isaiah Bukema from Hanover Central picking up the pinfall over Braxton Shrines on mat 4.
Mayor Pete Land and the Crown Point Pace Department are proud to support Crown Point Athletics and say, "Go Bulldogs!" Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Try your luck at designing a new city logo. The City of Crown Point St. Patrick's Day logo decorating contest is open now. Entries must be hand-drawn and include elements of St. Patrick's Day. Participants must be 17 and under. Download the logo contest form by visiting crownpoint.info/St. Pat's. All entries are due Tuesday, February 17th. Takedown time here, built by Team Toyota here on the Region Sports Network. Zach Miller here, Zach Lavelle giving you the analysis. Aaron Svetlin helping us out here on production. Been a fun start here, this opening round here, Zach. Zach squared, frankly, here on commentary. We had Zach Sinelli working the other night. We had Zach Cubed, we call it. You know, Zach's running wild
all three of us.
All spelled the same way. You know, Zach's with a K I don't trust. I'm just going to be honest with you here. Between you, me, and all the people listening on the air, but I don't really trust
I'm a Zach with a K.
I thought your name's with an H.
Nope, K.
Well, forget I said that.
Yeah.
Apparently that slipped by us when we were spelling it.
We might need to go down to the mat during the lunch break.
Oh, I was going to say, Aaron told me to say that. Say, Noah, man, look at that. Oh, man. Shows how much people you could trust, huh? You can trust me as far as you could throw me. Golly. I thought we were spelled with an H here. I don't know what to tell you. Man, I was joking. What can I say? No, well, then we got diversity as X. Golly.
Yep.
But no, it's been a fun. Before that, it's been a fun start here at East Chicago Central. Here, hope you all are enjoying it while you're listening in here. We got our track wrestling scoreboards, our dashboard showing here on the live feed here on Facebook, YouTube, and the IHSA
nice
Champions
Jonesy
Network.
right there. Josie from the Cameron Cruz from Valpo. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good. I need to be.
That's a rare move that you see nowadays. Kind of very situational, hard to get. Don't even really see it attempted anymore. It's a dangerous move. He almost pulled it off. Right now, Cameron Cruz up 3-1 over Romeo Del Real. Mat 2, you got Cole Miser and up 6-5 currently. Mat 3, Aiden Fernandez from New Prairie and Chase Peckney from Frontier about to get started. Mat 4, you got Caden Morrissey from Ileana Christian and Alfredo Origel from Rensselaer. Morrissey up 10-1 currently. Morrissey was another fun one to watch last week.
Yep, he had a few good matches we were able to catch. I'm still laughing over that Zach with a K comment. I'm telling you, man, I had to go double check here. I have my binder in front of me. I'm not kidding you. You know, the audience can't see it. We have it spelled in there, Z-A-C-H. I'm like, oh.
I'll take it up with Danny when he gets here.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, have Danny on my behalf.
Yep.
Golly.
With that being said, Danny Bell will be here after the lunch break. He's going to be helping out with the championship rounds.
Providing great commentary as always.
Reversal from Del Real. That's going to tie it up 3-3 on mat 1 with Cruz. Slick little out the back. Coming up on mat 2, we got Jacoby Moore and Manuel White. Moore from Hobart, White from South Bend Riley.
That's about as far east we're going to get, I'd imagine, for this at South Bend Riley, no?
Yeah, they come from their regional district, come over here. It's a pretty long haul to get over here too.
Because I mean, you don't really see that many other South Bend teams, so to speak, coming in. I mean, you have the Mishawaka's and the Penns and whatnot. But once you get past there, anything east of that, I feel you're going to Fort Wayne.
Big return. That was nice. Love to see that. Over on mat 2, Jacoby Moore up 3-0 right now over Manuel White, just putting on a pure Hobart-style wrestling clinic over there. Just straight in from the front headlock, muscling him over, you know, going straight boot in, the cross-shoulder Turk. That's Hobart wrestling right there.
Yeah. Proud Hobart alum, no?
Yep.
There you go.
Love to see the representation here.
Tricky Pride. Fun place to do the regional at last week. Talk about a good environment like we talked about here. Always fun to go to Hobart for their regional.
That's definitely something Hobart's always took pride on, was putting on good events, especially when it comes to wrestling. Hobart's always had a great wrestling background. There's so much history with Hobart wrestling, and they put it, Hobart High School definitely prides himself on it.
Coming up now on mat 3, just started. Tegan Newell leading 3-0 over from Crown Point High School over Wyatt Tudor of Delphi, 144 pounds. Mat 4, Caden Morrissey of Ileana Christian leading Alfredo Origel, 12-9, Rensselaer Central, 138 pounds. Mat 2, Jacoby Moore, Hobart, leading 3-0 over Manuel White, South Bend Riley. Start of the second period, 138 pounds. On mat 1, less than a minute left here. Romeo Del Rio of Lafayette Central Catholic leading 6-4 over Cameron Cruz of Valparaiso.
Del Rio also holding some near fall right now. Headlock attempt over there on mat 4. Bails on it. Now Del Rio looking for a pin.
15 seconds.
Able to get it with 9 seconds left. He was down 3-1 towards the end of that second period. He put in work to get there.
Did not want to go home. Fighting through with got a bit the shoulder guard there. Like we were saying earlier, I mean, everyone's going through something. Just depends on how much once you get to this point here, a semi-state. You know, whether it be like a knee sleeve or a knee brace or something on the shoulder, the elbow.
Yeah, I know my senior year, coming into semi-state, or I think it was regionals, and wearing a full shoulder brace. Ended up having to have surgery on that shoulder post-season.
How do you attack it from there once you get the brace on? You just say you switch stances, trying to go away from it, or what can you do?
It's just, like I said, just being versatile enough to be able to switch up your style. Obviously, I'm not able to shoot with that arm as much anymore, and my coach back at the time, Brendan Cosgrove, able to help out a lot with that. He able to show a couple moves and just stuff that would work with one arm, because I could barely move my it was my right arm. I was barely able to move my right arm, so it was mostly wrestling with my left. And like I said, just being able to adapt, and that's what all these wrestlers here are going to be great at, adapting throughout the match and adapting coming into the matches.
Fake with the one, go with the other.
You just kind of throw it out there and hope for the best with that side. That was hurt.
Throw the brace on the good arm, make them think that the other one's hurt.
I actually know people that did that with like the knee braces.
Yep. It's gamesmanship, man.
Like I said, wrestling's a full chess match. It's a full contact chess match.
Starting up here, mat 1, Carter Hall of Hanover Central leading 5-0 here over Keegan DeFords of Rensselaer Central, 144 pounds.
And now Tegan Newell looking for a pinfall over on mat 3. Has a good amount of time to be able to do it. Mat 2, you got Jacoby Moore up 5-0 right now from Manuel White. Mat 4, you got Hudson Odell up 3-0 over Logan Hernandez. Odell from Penn, Hernandez from Griffith. Big takedown here with a minute left right now from White. Moore looking for a high step reversal. Just got a little bit too high. Right now, that score is going to be 5-3. You know, back in high school when I wrestled, 5 points was a solid lead because it was two takedown, and the highest near fall was 3. So even if you got a takedown and put to your back, that 5 points was a nice security blanket to be able to at least send into overtime. Now, with the way that wrestling's evolved, and you love to see it, it's more offensive. Now 5 points isn't that great anymore. You got a 3-point takedown.
What do you do with 15 seconds here if you're White down 2?
Right now, I'm cutting him, giving him the 1, looking for a takedown. I would have done that as soon as he got the takedown. He had about 30 seconds left to put it back on his feet and put pressure on.
His coach may have been calling for it. Looked like he was looking for the tilt. Ends up getting reversed. Jacoby Moore of Hobart wins that one 7-3. 138 pounds on mat 2.
Yeah, that right there, and you're down 5-3. You give up an escape, that's 6-3. You got 30 seconds left to get the takedown, be able to tie it up, send into overtime. You get that takedown, you're starting overtime hot. He's already in his head. He just took me down. You put pressure on, most of the time you're getting another takedown, winning a match there.
Yep. That's what it comes down to, like you said, a full contact chess match, you know. And have the, endurance and stamina to pull that off, because I'd like to imagine it wasn't in the kid's head, but you get to that point, where
it's not easy, it's not easy. But like I said, this moment right here is what every single kid here has been fighting for throughout their whole season. And some of these seniors throughout their whole high school career, they're going to go out there, they're going to give it all. They don't care about the conditioning part of it. They're going to go and say that they can anymore. And that's why I love wrestling. That's why I love seeing the sport evolve the way it has, because it's evolved into a pressure pace and nonstop. And we love to see it.
Leave it all out on the mat.
Right now, you got mat 1, Keegan DeForges from Rensselaer Central, and Carter Hall. Hall up 13-4 currently Mat 2, you got Braden Morris, Harrison West Lafayette, and Luke Reed from Valparaiso. Reed up 3-0. Mat 3, you got Christian Tapia from Portage and Joseph Pond from Hanover Central. Mat 4, you got Hudson Odell currently up 8-3 over Logan Hernandez.
And we're probably getting about midway through this opening round here as we're getting through the middle part of the weight classes here. Three mats at 144 and one at 150 here. Our opening round. Thank you all for listening to us here, watching us here on Facebook, YouTube, and the IHSA Champions Network here. Team Toyota's Takedown Time in the region, built by Union Carpenters here, where the region comes to wrestle here on the Region Sports Network. Zach Lavelle, Zach Miller, Aaron Svetlin here. Live from East Chicago Central High School for the semi-state.
Especially for those of you tuned in on the holidays. It is Valentine's Day today. And we appreciate you guys taking your time out of your day to be able to spend it with us a little bit, listen to us yap about some wrestling. It's definitely great having the audience to be able to do that. We appreciate all the support that you guys give us.
Love is in the air here in East Chicago. Just smells a lot like spandex.
Luke Reed able to extend that lead to 10-0 going into the second. That's a heck of a lead he's put on. Pick bottom. Morris just going to cut him. That brings him 11-1 or 11-0. Nice arm drag to be able to get to a single leg. Inside single, looks for a trip and gets it. That should be another 3. Mat 4, Odell, I believe that is picking up a pinfall. We got the same singlet on basically.
Yeah, I'm talking about similar colors, Griffith and Penn. I mean, goodness.
Griffith used to have the big Griffith and that dark gold, and they got some tricky singlets now.
Another Kingsman coming up there on mat 4.
It's going to be Ryan Hall from Penn and Caleb Wallace from Benton Central. Pawn up 4-0 right now over Tapia. Reed able to extend that lead 14-1 over Morris. And mat 1, you got Carter Hall and Keegan Desforgas. Hall up 15-12 right now.
$16-15
16-15.
finish.
That's a great match right there.
Man, take down the last moment there for DeForgas.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about earlier. You cut and take down if you know you're not going to turn him. He just got the takedown a little bit too late, but he still got the takedown, and that's something to go home with.
Well, if you're going to lose, 16-15 isn't a bad way to do it.
Nope, and he's a junior this year, and like I said, that's going to be one of those hard lessons. It's definitely going to drive him next season. I'm looking forward to seeing him next season when he brings back as a senior.
I know Danny Bell likes to say this a lot, in wrestling, you don't lose, you learn.
Yep.
It's wins or lessons, and that's one there especially. You're going to look back at the tape and say, what can I do better for next year coming in? That's the moment he'll look at.
Mat 1, you got Michael Turner from River Forest, a senior, versus Corey Gardner from Mishawaka, also a senior. Turner with a quick takedown. Mat 2, you got Delio Castro from Warsaw and Jared Quezada from Maryville. That's a senior versus a freshman over there. Mat 3, you got Markel Shelton from Maryville and Logan Schwarzkopf from Lowell, also senior versus freshman, and Caden Mahaffey from Chesterton and Landon Garrison from Highland. Right now, Turner with a pretty solid lead, 6-1 right now over Gardner on Mat 1. Mat 2, Quezada getting a good lead, 6-0. Mat 4, Garrison up 3-1 right now over Mahaffey. There's a slick slide by Gardner. Gardner able to get a turn. Looking for a pinfall, short time. 2 seconds.
1.
Not able to get it, but does take the lead. That's big coming out of the first period right there. That's going to put him up 9-6. That's what I was talking about earlier. That point difference right now, that 4-point blanket, that 5-point blanket isn't as big as it used to be. He went from 2 to 9 real quick and took the lead.
You get that 7 or that 8 really quickly, depending on that 7 very quickly. You know, it's still been even a couple years after. It's been a bit of an adjustment going from 2 every time, and people like 3. You know, that first year is funny. Everyone's still going 2 when it was 3.
I think a lot of people just didn't want to believe it. I know I didn't.
Oh, I'll tell you what, though, whenever you get a reversal, people scream it like they never get to say it anymore.
Yep.
You get happy to see that, too, on the board.
Yep. Turner right now with a strong ride. Needs a turn. Gardner reaching back. Turner hooking himself in, anchoring himself in with an Oki boot. Going claw ride, has a knee block up front. Hands just came off the mat. That's going to be Gardner with an escape, now 10-6. Same side collar tie. Turner with a heavy snap. Able to get the go behind. Still Gardner up 10-9. Turner looking for a cradle. Not able to get it locked up. Gardner with the escape. Gardner in on a shot now. Double leg, head stuffed.
10 seconds left in the second.
Gonna want to hold here. Doesn't want to give this up in the last couple seconds. He does, right at the buzzer. Should be no near fall awarded, but Turner does take the lead, 12-11. Right now, Mat 2, you got Delio Castro and Jared Quezada, 6-4, Quezada up. Mat 3, you got Markel Shelton from Maryville, up 6 over Logan Schwarzkopf from Lowell. Mat 4, you got Caden Mahaffey from Chesterton and Landon Garrison from Highland. Garrison up 9-2 right now. Mat 1, Gardner has a single boot in, has an anchor on the left side. Looking for a power half. still looking for the power half. Should switch to the crossface and do a suck back. Switches to a double boot in off of it, Turner's tripod. Able to flatten him out. Both refs calling for a locking hands.
You know what's something we got both of them agreeing how to call for it. 1 minute left in the third period there.
And here's the chess match right here. Gardner cuts him, gives him an extra point off that locking hands. 11-14. Takedown ties it. Looking for a takedown, 1 minute left. Over under attempt. Turner locking in. Nothing yet. Should look for a fresh start. That should be 3. There's a takedown. Getting some swipes. 20 seconds left. They're still in. Gardner takes the lead. 17-14. 15 seconds left. 18-14. Turner looking for a reversal. Gets it. One swipe. No near fall. Gardner's going to take that one. 18-16. Wild finish there.
How many?
That was a great match. How many score changes do we get there?
How many times do you think one guy's going to take it and then one gets the reversal, gets near fall, he reverses it?
That was a great back and forth at the end. That was a wild finish.
Talk about giving it your all. Turner getting helped off the mat there by his two coaches and consoled.
Very emotional. And as you would expect, that he's a senior too. Had a great record, 28-6. I wouldn't be surprised to see that kid at the next level. He definitely showed a lot of heart, whether it's in Division III, Division II, Division I. He definitely had a lot of heart and is going to work hard to get to that next level.
You hope so, because that's a tough part of this opening round and whatnot here. You see so much great wrestling, but you see for a lot of these guys it can be
their last match, and that's always as a senior, that's always the type of feeling that you're bringing into it. Like I don't want this to be my last high school match. No one ever wants to end it on a loss. You know what I mean?
No.
Mat 1, you got R.J. McCoy from Lafayette Jefferson and Maxim Koldenek from South Bend Riley. Mat 2, you got Asher Jones from Winnemac and Caden Webb from Rensselaer. Webb up 7-0. Mat 3, Clinton Shepard, a name we all know, and Joseph Gonzalez.
So he's one whose match you got to announce quick before he gets a tech ball, how he's been this year.
Mat 4, Landon Garrison still took the victory 12-2 over Caden Mahaffey.
Just quickly want to announce for all of you, this is Team Toyota's Takedown Time on the Region Sports Network, built by Union Carpenters. We're going to have 4 total streams here for you today, live on our Facebook page, our YouTube page, and the IHSA Champions Network. This currently is our first stream for the opening round here at the East Chicago Semi-State. We're going to have 4 total. The next one we're going to have is going to be for the ticket round, then the semifinals round, and then the championship round. We're going to have separate streams for each of those 4 rounds. At the conclusion of this opening round, we will end this stream, and we will start new ones on our Facebook and YouTube pages. So at the end of this round here for the opening round, we will end this stream and go to a new one for the ticket round.
Mat 1, McCoy up 7-0. Mat 2, Webb extends that lead to 13-1 over Asher Jones. Shepherd up 16-3. Just gets a tech fall as I said it. And Mat 4, you got Jeffrey Hubart from New Prairie and Alejandro Alvarez Jr. from Portage. Hubart up 3-0.
One of the top guys in the semi-state in his weight class at 157. Clinton Shepard on Mat 3, getting the tech fall, 20-3.
Mat 1, McCoy picking up a pinfall. Coming up on Mat 1, that's going to be Max Leon from Harrison and Lawrence Wood from LaVille. Mat 2, you got Anthony Bustamante from Maryville and Grant Woolman from LaPorte. Mat 3, you got Jeremiah McKinney from North Judson, St. Perry, and Nolan Brown from Faith Christian. Mat 4 is going to be Austin Thomas from Seeger and Colby Smith from Mishawaka.
Doing the matchup there on Mat 2 between Bustamante and Uleman.
I'll tell you what, that Bustamante name has been around for a while in Maryville. Yeah, I remember a Bustamante when I was in high school about, 2017 I graduated, so about 10 years ago. That name's been around there for a while, clearly carrying on strong.
Yep.
He's up 3-0 right now.
That's the thing with wrestling, man. There's so many of these families here, especially in this area, where you just see the name through generations. And I was explaining to one of our crew members here today that's a little newer to the sport of wrestling here in East Chicago. I'm showing the Maldonado name, for example. They're connected with Maryville. You come here to East Chicago, you see the two banners between David and Billy up there. You see all the accolades. And then you see it feels like half the coaches here in the area are Maldonado, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's a lot of stories like that, and that's what makes this sport awesome here in Northwest Indiana. So many prestigious families, wrestling families here that continue throughout the years, like you say.
Mat 1, nice knee pick right there. I believe that was Wood. Getting the leg in, no points. Gets beat by the buzzer. Nice snap to a high crotch right there by Max Leon.
Injury time there on Mat 3. Jeremiah McKinney and Nolan Brown tied up at 0 here. 9 seconds left in the first period. I apologize, I was looking at the wrong mat. Mat 4, we're tied up at 0, 9 seconds left.
You still got the injury on Mat 3 also, so you're right on that part.
There you go. See, I was getting ahead of it. Yeah, Austin Thomas and Colby Smith on Mat 4. Colby Smith dealing with something there. Looks like in his right arm, right hand potentially. Right for Mishawaka. Mat 3 with blood time there. Going to start the second period tied up at 0 there between Jeremiah McKinney and Nolan Brown. Mat 2, Anthony Bustamante up 3-2 over Grant Uleman of LaPorte. A minute left in the second period. And on mat 1, 45 seconds left in the second period, Max Leon of Harrison West Lafayette leading 9-3 over Lawrence Wood of LaVille, 150 pounds.
I'll tell you what, that score doesn't represent how much action has been in this match. There's shots nonstop from both sides. There's great defense nonstop from both sides. That's going to be Leon just coming out a step ahead a couple of those times.
I think I see
Right
it.
there, nice outside sweep by Wood. Leon holding that whizzer. Almost a dangerous spot right there. Leon knee slid and kind of lunged out as the towel boy was coming out, accidentally bumped into him.
Almost bumped to the official, and Wood was getting his escape there as well. Looking at Leon there,
Got a blood time.
looks like he has half of his hair bleached blonde there. Left half of his side bleached blonde, the other half black. Do you have any superstitions going into the tournament when you were wrestling?
I didn't really have too many superstitions. Not really a superstitious person, but I know a lot of my friends, they definitely did stuff like that. Like Brendan Black, a great wrestler, Hobart State champion, two-time placer. He dyed his hair. He dyed his hair black, jet black, because So we had somebody, Chad Red, ended up wrestling for Nebraska. He would dye his hair. He would dye his hair red, and they had kind of a rivalry going in the state. It was who's going to wrestle who's going to beat who. So Red dyed his hair red, Black dyed his hair black, and one of the great lines in NWI Times, actually, from an interview with Brendan, he goes, like my mom always says, always bet on black.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Leon gets the takedown there on mat 1, leads 12-4, giving up the escape. Another takedown, leading 15-4, minute left in the third period there. Mat 2, Bustamante, Maryville. His takedown leads 7-2, minute left in the third period over Ullman of LaPorte. Mat 3 still on injury time here again. Or no, mat 3. They're not updating the score here, but it is 6-0. 30 seconds left in the second period on mat 3 for Nolan Brown over Jeremiah McKinney. Mat 4 coming back from injury time here. Kobe Smith of Mishawaka leading 2-0 over Austin Thomas of Cedar.
Mat 2, nice spiral ride by Bustamante. He's going to have a tough ride. Looking for a cradle. Switches to a ball and chain. Not able to get either, but does flatten him out. Looking for a cheap tilt now, able to get it. Gonna pick up 2 near fall to end the match. That's gonna be 9-2. Bustamante over Uman. Max Leon picks up the victory over Lawrence Wood. Mat 3, you got Jeremiah McKinney from North Justin St. Perry and Nolan Brown from Faith Christian. Brown up 5-2 right now. Looking for a pinfall over there. under position. And that has to be close. Looks like he got a good amount of time to get it. Fighting hard to get out of bounds. You see his hips rotating there. Still fighting over there. Able to get that pinfall.
Ablin getting near fall there on mat 1.
Mat 2, you got Justin Hedinger from Harrison and Ryan Shell from Winnemac. Mat 4, you got Austin Thomas from Seeger and Colby Smith from Mishawaka. Smith up 4-3, both seniors. Mat 1, you got Derek Bob from Munster and Griffin Ablin from Crown Point. Ablin up 7-0 right now. Neutral. Ablin in on a high crotch. Switches double. Looking to hook a leg, gets to the takedown. Bob hanging on to that leg, needs to let go. He's going to get turned off of this if he doesn't. Ablin getting a boot in. Bar on the far side. Pinfall over on mat 2. Hayden Mansilla from Holbert over Enrique Silva from Warsaw. Mat 3, we got Charles Schaefer from Lowell and Zach Kennedy from Griffith. Kennedy up 3-0. Mat 4, Colby Smith up 8-3 over Austin Thomas. Derek Bob and Griffin Ablin. Ablin up 10-0. 30 seconds left in the second. Has a Oki boot in, looking head lever. Ablin looking for a suck back now. There's a nice claw by Ablin. Able to slip off of it. That's going to be the end of the second. Ablin still up 10-0. Crown Point looking to discuss something with the refs. So we're going to move on to mat 3, it looks like. Mat 3, you got Zach Kennedy up 4-0 over Charles Schaefer. A lot of hand fighting. Nice outside single for Zach Kennedy. Going into a spiral ride. Mat 4. That's going to be Kobe Smith picking up a win over Thomas. Griffin Ablin up 13-0. Mat 2, you got Mason Litke from Griffith and Gage Peltz from Trident. Mat 3, Zach Kennedy up 7-0 over Charles Schaefer. Mat 4, Aiden Whitten from Penn and Tyson Cotner from Rensselaer Central.
Always fun to see Griffith Lowell matchup, wherever you get it there, you know. Kenny, we've been able to watch him the past couple of years. He's been good. Schaefer as well, there for Lowell. A lot of good football matchups there in the past between those two schools, you know, extending especially here in the wrestling and for the mat as well. Two great coaching staffs there. Kevin English, Chris Soika there. Chris Soika for Griffith, English for Lowell.
Yeah, I've known Soika for years. He was actually my coach in elementary school out in Hammond at O'Bannon.
You went to O'Bannon?
I went to O'Bannon.
I was going to say, I've known Soika my whole life as well. I went to Gavitt High School when he was you know, the coach there.
I would go in there and help coach even after high school when I was home on leave. Whenever I was home on leave, I would go in there and help out there.
Soika's a good dude.
Wise and all of them, yep.
One of my favorite guys. Really coaches anywhere, but especially here in wrestling. He's a good dude.
Yep. That's going to be Ablin picking up the tech fall over Bob. Coming up on mat 1, you got Ryder Woodka from Rensselaer Central and Grayson Strickland from Chesterton. Mat 2, you got Mason Litke from Griffith and Gage Peltz from Trident. Peltz up 3-1. Mat 3, Charles Schaefer, Zach Kennedy. Kennedy up 10-0. Mat 4, Aiden Whitten from Penn and Tyson Cotner from Rensselaer Central winning up 3-0 right now.
Just a reminder that you are watching the 2026 Indiana Boys Wrestling State Tournament Series built by Union Carpenters. Central Midwest Carpenters, build your next chapter. This is Team Toyota's Takedown Time on the Region Sports Network, where the region comes to wrestle. Check out the inventory of new and used cars at Team Toyota on 41.com.
Mat 1, that's going to be Woodkey able to get a crackdown. Able to get a crackdown, looking for a cross shoulder Turk. Cradle, standing cradle attempt. No points exchanged, they go out of bounds. That's going to be Woodkey up 3-0 over Strickland right now. Mason Litke and Gage Peltz. Peltz up 3-2. Gets the escape, that's going to be 3-3. Mat 3, Zach Kennedy up 10-1. Takes the win. Coming up on mat 3, you got Brett Beck from Rochester Community and Caleb Moore from Munster. Mat 4, Aiden Whitten from Penn and Tyson Cotner winning up 6-1. Mat 1, Ryder Woodkey up 3-2 right now on Grayson Strickland. Waiting for them to update that score on mat 1. That's going to be 6-3 when they do. Mat 2 got some blood time, it looks like. It's going to be Gage Peltz up 4-3. Strickland picking up a pinfall over Woodkey. Mat 1. Coming up on mat 1, Tucker Herndon from Seeger and Charles Barnes from Michigan City. Nice head tap and hit fake right away. Slide by attempt by Herndon.
Danny Bell in the building, chatting up with him a little bit. Tell you what, if I didn't know it was Valentine's Day, he reminded me. Little love tap. That's all I'll say. Show me that he's here.
Nice little good game, attaboy.
Whatever you want to call it. I'll call it the Danny Bell for this. I don't think he's ever given me a regular hello. It's always something.
I've known him for about 20 years. I don't think I've ever gotten a regular one.
Yep. The day he gives me a regular handshake, I'll say, what's wrong? What did I do? You know? Something I said?
Nice standing switch. Standing switch by Charles Barnes, I believe that was. Wait for them to update the score. Looking for some near fall now. Double boost in. That was Charles Barnes with that standing switch. Looking for some near fall. Gets the half. Almost gets fish hooked. No near fall there. Going to get a loss of control. That's going to be Tucker Herndon and Charles Barnes. Charles Barnes up 3-1. 4 seconds left in the first. Coming up on mat 2, you got Carter Ogborn from Rensselaer Central and Aiden Fleming from Griffith.
Got the Michigan City contingent to our right, and tell you what, when he got that takedown there, you could hear them all erupt to our right.
That was sick. That was sick. Mat 3, Brant Beck from Rochester Community up 9-3 over Caleb Moore. Got injury time on mat 4. Aiden Whitten from Penn currently up on Tyson Kotler from the Rensselaer Central. They're out of injury time. Aiden Whitten up 9-2 currently. Mat 1, Barnes gets the escape. It's going to be 4-1 right now. Mat 2, Ogborn putting up an early lead, 7-0 now. Another takedown by Charles Barnes. That's going to be 7-1. Again, double boost in, working that power half. Herndon trying to fight that boot out. Probably going to get hit with a stalemate if he can't get some swipes here soon.
Mat 4, Aiden Whitten of Penn takes the win 9-2 over Tyson Cotner of Rensselaer Central.
Herndon able to belly down. Mat 2, Ogborn picks up a tech ball. Now on mat 2, you got Aiden Norden from South Bend Riley and Israel Sanat from Hanover Central. Mat 3, back extending his lead, 13-2 over Moore. Mat 4, you got Benjamin Clark from Crown Point and Carter Harridge from Harrison West Lafayette getting started. It's going to be Harridge up 3-0 with a quick takedown. They're back neutral. Deep underhook. Deep underhook by Clark. Harridge is able to shut that by. Tries for a shot, doesn't get it. Clark reshoots into a single. Gets the takedown, working up the body now. That's a spiral ride.
Matthew Staples versus Jordy Martinez getting started there on mat 3. Staples of New Prairie, Martinez of Tri-County. Staples one of the top guys in his weight class in the semi-state, 31-0 coming into this match. 165 there.
Looks like he's looking for a pinfall already over there. And that's tight. He's going to get it. Staples gets the pinfall on mat 3.
.45 seconds in the match there.
Mat 4, going to be 4-4. Benjamin Clark and Carter Harridge is going at it. Harridge is in on a shot. Clark able to dig in. Stands him back up. Harridge just fakes another shot. Clark shoots in. Nice down block. Deep overhook. They run out of time on the edge.
35 seconds left on mat 1 in the third period. Charles Barnes of Michigan City leads 7-3 over Tucker Herndon of Seeger. 165 weight class.
Switch attempt by Harridge.
Davis stalling Barnes on mat 1.
Barnes has a few to give. He's not too worried about that right now. Reversal by Harridge puts Clark to his back. That's going to be a pin if he's not careful. A lot of time. Clock never started though. I wonder if the coaches try to argue that. They're not going to. Harridge is going to pick up the pinfall over Benjamin Clark. Clark was trying to roll through. Couldn't quite get through. Harridge picks up the pinfall.
Charles Barnes picks up the win on mat 1. You can hear it probably on our broadcast. The Michigan City crowd and everything right behind us, they were happy to see it. Picking up the win over Tucker Herndon of Seeger.
Mat 1 coming up, Patrick Mochin from Chesterton and Kale Schatz from Rochester Community. Mat 2, still Aiden Norden from South Bend Riley and Israel Sanat from Hanover Central. Sanat up 10-2 right now. Mat 3, Aiden Granger from Hobart up 3-0 over Isaiah Frost from Delphi Community. Mat 4, Alex Swarzleski from Penn versus Noah Bugashki probably butchered both those last names.
You get to the Polish ones, and it's like, whoa. I'll tell you what, yeah, Mat 1. Moken leads, or Shots leads 7-2 there for Rochester. Have you seen a better last name for a wrestler than Shots? It's a pretty good one.
One of my buddies on my team, his name was Matt Burns. Yep, Matt Burns.
Oh, that's a good one.
Got him beat there.
Oh, yeah, I don't know if you could top that one. Only if you find a guy.
Danny knows him. He coached him for a little bit too. Matt Burns. He was a state qualifier for Hobart.
Matt Burns.
Junior year, I'm pretty sure it was. He was a state qualifier.
Maybe if there was a kid named like Jake Down, something like that, you know, I don't know if you're gonna name your kid Take, but Jake Downs or something like that, that'd be close enough. If there's a Jake Downs listening, let us know, but that's as close as I can get. 9-4 here. The Shots on Mat 1 over Moken. Mat 2. Israel Sanat of Hanover Central leads 13-2 with a minute left over Aiden Norton of South Bend Riley. Just gets the pinfall there for Sanat. And Mat 2, 175.
Mat 3, you got Aiden Granger from Hobart up 12-1 right now, and Isaiah Frost looking for a pinfall himself. That should be close. Gets it. Aiden Granger picking up a pinfall. I'm going first names on Mat 4. Alex from Penn and Noah from Portage. Noah's going to be up 3-0.
Let's go Alex Krzyzewski and Noah Bugajiski. Apologize.
You got that one. You got that
I'll
one.
tag in for that one.
Alex in on an outside single, looks like. Goes out of bounds. Right back in on a shot off the whistle.
Mat 3 starting up here. Noah O'Brien of Harrison West Lafayette versus Daniel Warmick of Portage, 175.
I always love watching Dante over there, Coach Donnie. Coach, we wrestled together on the Hobart team, and we come from very animated coaches. He definitely picked that up from over there.
Yeah, he gets after it as a coach, man. He provides the energy.
Oh yeah, 100%. Always stand up, making sure that his wrestler could hear him. He's a great coach and was a great wrestler too.
And if you give a call he doesn't like, he will not be afraid to take you to the table.
Nope, pick that up from Hobart Wrestling too. They were not afraid of challenge calls. Mat 2 looking for a pinfall. He gets it. That's going to be Vincent Freeman over Timothy James. Mat 1, you got Kel Shots up 12-9 going into the third. Shots holding on to that 2-on-1. So I have to let it go. Post him on the head now.
Mat 4, Noah Bugajiski leading now. Get the takedown 7-6 over Alex Krzyzewski of Penn. .90 seconds left in the third period there. Daniel Warmick of Portage leading 3-0 over Noah O'Brien of Harrison. Start of the second period. We're getting closer to the end here. of our opening round matchups here, Zach. So I just want to remind our listeners out there that we are going to be going to another stream following the conclusion of this opening round. It'll be available once again on Facebook and YouTube pages and the IHSA Champions Network for you all to listen and view. But we will be doing a separate stream for our ticket round and then separate streams as well for the semifinal round and the championship rounds respectively. So following the end of this round, we're going to end this stream, create a new one, and be live once again for you all to watch.
Mat 1, Mulchin able to tie it up. 12-12, 30 seconds left. Mat 4, another close one. Alex from Penn, Noah from Portage. Portage up 7-6.
No lead greater than 3
Mulchin.
currently right now, all 4 mats.
Mulchin gives up a late escape. Gets pancaked. Still 13-2. No points yet. Cowboy, that should be points right there. That's a takedown at least. No points awarded for the takedown. But Shots does come away with the win still. That's going to be 13-12. Kel Shots over Patrick Mulchin off of a 20-second left third period escape.
Fun match. End of the match there on mat 4. Bugajiski of Portage gets a late takedown to seal it 10-6. Or Skrzydlewski of Penn.
Sounds like a DJ saying those names, spinning the records.
I'll tell you what, if there were for one more syllable for each, I might just fall over trying. It's I don't know, and I feel confident saying it, but someone's gonna send a comment saying, dude, you totally butchered that. I'm like, you know what, you're probably right, but I gave it an effort. So
I tried once and
yeah, it's
yeah,
I'm telling you, man, once you
it
get
was a tongue twister just trying it once. I was not trying.
once you get to those Polish / Eastern European last names, man, you know, I'm just happy my last name's Miller. You know?
Yeah, I got a basic name too.
Hey, Zach with a K though, not an H like we mentioned.
Yep.
Almost got me in trouble.
Remember that. Remember that for next year.
Oh. Takedown time in the region, Zach versus Zach. Let me give you a prediction on that one's gonna go. Not well for me.
Mat 1, Griffin Van Tichel from Crown Point and Caden O'Neill from Mishawaka. Already a banger of a match. O'Neill picking up a takedown. Over on mat 2, Bryce Montgomery picking up a pinfall over Derek Wortley. Van Tichel with a takedown of his own. That's going to put him up 4-3 off of an inside it single into a donkey kick out. Looking for a guillotine. Boots in, grapevine position, head scoop. Got 15 seconds here. Four points of near fall holding. Gonna run out of time, extend that lead. Going into the second, that's going to be Van Tichel up 8-3 over Caden O'Neill. Mat 2, you got Quentin McLeod from Logansport and Benjamin Frederick from Valparaiso. Mat 3, Daniel Warmick from Portage up 3-1 over Noah O'Brien from Harrison. Mat 4, you got Christopher Teets Hera from Portage and Colton Reynolds from Trident.
couple standout region football players here on the mats right now. Between Benjamin Fedorchuk of Valparaiso, he was a very good linebacker for them, and then Griffin Van Titchell in the defensive secondary for Crown Point this past season.
Van Titchell with another takedown. Up 12-3 right now. Mat 4 looking for a cradle. Gets it. That's going to be tight. Split the middle cradle. Gets the pinfall. That's going to be Christopher Tietz-Hera from Portage over Colton Reynolds. Now on mat 4. Paul Wagamuth from Lafayette Jefferson and Calvin Stewart from Crown Point. Stewart with a deep sprawl. Able to dump, gets the go behind, both legs in. Working for a power half now. Switches to a cross face. Goes cross shoulder, gets some near fall. Gonna put him up 7-0. Calvin Stewart up 7-0. Van Titchell with a cradle, mat 1, gets the pinfall. That's going to be Griffin Van Titchell from Crown Point over Caden O'Neill from Mishawaka. Mat 2, Quentin McLeod from Logansport and Benjamin Frederick from Valparaiso, still scoreless. Mat 3, Alicio Retzloff from Penn and Weasel Wardick from Munster. Mat 2, Benjamin Frederick picks up the escape, goes up 1-0. Mat 4, Calvin Stewart up 11-0. Ankle pick attempt. Mat 1, it's going to be Caden Uran and Aiden Handy. Uran from Lowell, Handy from Seeger. Nice little single from Aiden Handy. Calvin Stewart picking up the tech fall over on mat 4. Again with a low single by Handy. Handy looking to elevate the ankle to the middle. Uran able to backstep, extend his leg. get the go behind. That's going to be 3-0. Uran over Handy. Still on mat 2. It's going to be Quentin McLeod from Logansport and Benjamin Frederick. 1-1 in the third, 1:30 left. Mat 3, Alicio Retzloff from Penn and Weasel Wardick. 7-0. Wardick up right now. Mat 4, Andrew Coy from Munster up 3-0 over Logan Hoax from Benton Central. Mat 2, Frederick in on a shot, trying to suck him back in, not able to. They go out of bounds, still 1-1, 1:10 left. Mat 4, Andrew Coy picks up some near fall. That's going to extend his lead. 6-1. Going to keep our focus on mat 2 for a second. Both wrestlers in on a tie. One overhook, one under. Frederick drops into a high crotch, switches to a double right on the edge of the mat. McLeod looking to go behind, no points yet, 30 seconds. Frederick able to square his hits back up. They go out of bounds once again. 24 seconds left. 1-1 in the third. $15 seconds left. McLeod with the underhook. Frederick now really digging those double overhooks. Looks for a throw, doesn't get it, holds Wizard, no time, no points. We're gonna go into overtime. So the way overtime works is you got a minute. First takedown wins. If it goes past that minute, I will explain the rules as they come. McLeod in on an outside single. Quick single, gets the takedown. McLeod wins it in overtime. That's going to be Quentin McLeod over Benjamin Frederick from Valparaiso. They have the score wrong on USA Wrestling, gave it to the wrong person. I believe they are fixing that now. You'll see the updated score here in a second. Mat 1, Caden Uran from Lowell up 6-0. Some blood time, it looks like. Coming up on mat 2, we got Cesar Salas from Crown Point and Brendan Rice from Bremen. Mat 3 is going to be Alicio Retzloff from Penn and Weasel Wardrick. Wardrick up 8-5. Mat 4, Andrew Coy up 7-1 over Logan Hope, excuse me, my throat is starting to get dry. Cesar Salas takes a quick lead, 3-0. Cuts him, gets 3-1. Right in on a snap double. He's been doing that well all season. It's going to be 6-1. He's so quick, so powerful, able to get in on that basically anytime he wants. Caesar now looking for a pinfall. Secondary rest going to make sure they stay in bounds. They do, and Cesar Salas picks up the pinfall on mat 2. Coming up, mat 2, Tierson Wolford from Winnemac Community and Lucas Marshall from LaPorte. Mat 1 going to be Alexander Tatum from Hobart, and Noah Foray from South Bend Riley. Mat 3, still Alicio Retzlaff from Weasel Ward versus Weasel Wardick. Wardick up 11-6. Mat 4, Andrew Coy extends the lead 16-3. They are currently in injury time. Logan Hoke's down. I hope he is okay and is able to finish this match. Never want to end your season on an injury, and he is a senior. Hopefully he is okay and able to finish this match.
Definitely be a tough way to end it. You know, they're helping him out there though, so hopefully they're able to get him right so he can continue this one.
Mat 1, Alexander Tatum up 3-0. Looking for a cradle, far side cradle.
You know, you talk about positions from football and wrestling, it's always like that comparison between the two. You know, it's like, oh, you think of maybe linemen and linebackers and whatnot for linemen and linebackers, you know, transition between football and the two. How about your starting quarterback? You know, being one of the best guys in the area at 190. You know, you don't see that very often. If there's one school you will see it, it's Hobart.
Oh, yeah. Like I said earlier, the football and wrestling history in Hobart just runs for decades. It's great. Foray able to get his hips up front. Gets to a leg, but they do go out of bounds. Mat 2, punching bulldog. Looking for a pinfall. That's Tierson Woodford. Gets the pinfall. Mat 3, believe that is Lucas Anderson looking for a pinfall over there. Mat 1, Tatum still up 3-0 over Noah Foray for South Bend Riley. Mat 2, you got Mason Heisey from Rochester Community and Keegan Gibbons from Chesterton. Just started. Tatum picking up some near fall on Mat 1 in a grapevine position. Looking to scoop ahead. Looking pinfall. He has a lot of time here if he could stay settled. There's the pinfall for Tatum. Lucas Anderson up 10-0 over Tremel Quadhammer from Harrison, West Lafayette on Mat 3. Mat 4 is going to be Robert McKinney and Benicio Baez. McKinney up 3-0. That must be McKinney picking up the fall over Baez, a quick one, 15 seconds. That might be quickest match of the day.
I was going to say I got that one. I was checking. I looked, they just shook hands, and I looked back, and it was already over.
Mat 4 coming up, Desmond Howard from Michigan City and Landon Reynolds from Penn.
Desmond Howard from Michigan City. That's an interesting name. Desmond Howard of Michigan. Oh, the Heisman. That's an interesting little connection. Just a reminder that you are watching the 2026 Indiana Boys Wrestling State Tournament Series, built by Union Carpenters. To find out more about the Carpenters, visit them on the web at cmwcarpenters.com. Also, this is Team Toyota's Takedown Time on the Region Sports Network, where the region comes to wrestle. Find your next Toyota on your own terms. Visit SmartPath at teamtoyotaon41.com. Zach Miller, Zach Lavelle here live from East Chicago Central Semi-State here at the Barado Center. Just a reminder that as we come to the conclusion here of our first opening round stream, we're going to end this stream here at the conclusion and start a new one on our Facebook, YouTube, and IHSA Champions Network pages for the ticket round here coming up shortly. So just a reminder, this stream will end and we'll be back up very shortly with another one here at the conclusion.
Mat 4, you got Desmond Howard and Landon Reynolds. Reynolds up 3-1. Big takedown going out of bounds right there on mat 1. A lot of heavy hand fighting on just about every mat right now. All four mats about to be neutral. Sick duck under over there on mat 4. That was a perfect duck under right there. You want to suck that head down, bring it to the mat. Just the way he did. Locked up the cradle, but going out of bounds.
Or that duck under, I was going to say, welcome to 200 plus wrestling. You know, a bunch of hand fighting. Nice to see the different styles, though. The heavier you get, it's so much more upper body, you know?
Oh, yeah. Mat 3, you got Anthony Askren from Attica and Preston Perez from Hobart.
Mat 4, Howard still leading 4-3. Minute left in the second period.
Mat 2 looking for a cross-shoulder Turk. That's going to be Mason Heisey and Keegan Gibbons. Gibbons leading 3-0. Picking up near fall, holding near fall. Still holding near fall. Ref calling it the same move.
Mat 2, Keegan Gibbons leading 3-0 over Mason Hizzy of Rochester.
It's going to be 7-0 for Keegan Gibbons. He was holding near fall.
Yep.
Big takedown. Mat 4. That's going to put Desmond Howard up 6-3 over Landon Reynolds. Mat 1, you got Cole Owens-Corba and Martin Gazzo. Gazzo picking up the fall. Coming up on mat 1 is going to be Logan Fredrickson from Bremen and Jake Ludke from Lake Central. Mat 2 still Keegan Gibbons up 8-0 now over Mason Heisey. Mat 3 is going to be 1-1 Anthony Askren from Attica, Preston Perez from Hobart. Mat 4, Desmond Howard now up 10-5 over Landon Reynolds. Perez picks up a takedown on the edge on mat 3. That should put him up 4-1. Landon Reynolds on mat 4 looking for a high leg over into a grapevine position, gets it. There's the pinfall.
Down with a minute left, getting the fall.
Landon Reynolds picks it up. Clutch pinfall there.
Senior versus junior, that's a senior saying, I do not want to go home this early. Getting into the heavyweight division here on mat 4, Joseph Gutierrez of Harrison West Lafayette taking on Lucas Nelson of Michigan City.
Mat 3, Preston Perez now up 8-2, looking for some more near fall. Trying to lock up, it looks like a crossface cradle. Not able to get it, but is riding tough on top. Mat 4, you now have Joseph Gutierrez from Harrison West Lafayette and Lucas Nelson from Michigan City. This is the start of the heavyweight weight class.
Vanderwood of Maryville and Damon Stearns of South Bend Riley getting started there on mat 2, 285, like you said.
Got a reversal. Mat 3, Preston Perez. Should put him up 10-2 when they update the score. Mat 1 is going to be Logan Fredrickson up 7-3 over Jake Ludke currently. That's going to be Fredrickson with a pin on mat 1.
Bremen. Mat 2, Damon Stearns of South Bend Riley leading 3-1 over Austin Vanderwood of Maryville. A little over 30 seconds left in the first period.
Mat 2. Mat 3, Askren from Attica and Perez from Hobart. Perez still up 11-2. About a minute left in the third. Mat 4, Gutierrez and Nelson is scoreless going into the second. Gutierrez from Harrison West Lafayette, Nelson from Michigan City. Needs to watch a pinfall, a defensive pin. Getting really high there. Able to get his head back up.
Mat 1 here we have coming up here between New Prairie. Had a headgear malfunction for New Prairie. The rest are here, we're waiting on the name. James Hartleroad of New Prairie versus Aiden Dunafin of Tri-County had a headgear malfunction for Hartleroad. Goes talking to the parents presumably up here in the stands, toss a new headgear to him right before the match from the top rope.
Gotta love it. You see that often in big tournaments like this. You're on the mat, you can't leave the mat. If you do, it's either usually it's a point for the other person. Hartleroad with a deep bear hug already, able to slip behind, gets to the bear hug, big crossface, throwing a boot in.
.40 seconds left on mat 3. Perez still leading Askren 11-2.
Yeah, they gave him a point. I'm pretty sure for the delay of match. Should be marked as a stalling. Let me check the. Yep, penalty. So they did end up giving Dunafan a point for delaying the match. Another penalty against Hartle Road. That's going to make the score 3-2. Over on mat 2, we got Austin Vanderwood up 8-6 over Damon Stearns. Vanderwood from Maryville, a freshman. Damon Stearns from South Bend Riley, a senior. Mat 3, Perez takes the major decision over Askren, 11-2. Coming up on mat 3 is going to be Cameron Hazlitt from Lowell and Ethan Mickelrath from Delphi Community. Harderwood looking for the pinfall and gets it.
Mat 2.
Mat 2.
Stearns get the takedown, looking for near fall now.
Looking for a pinfall. That's close. Short time. Doesn't get it, but does take a pretty big lead.
Lucas Nelson on mat 4 gets the pin over Joseph Gutierrez. Mat 4.
That's going to be it for mat 1 currently.
Coming up now on mat 3. Going to be
mat 2.
Sean Jackson of Andrean and Declan Guard of Rochester.
Mat 2, Vanderwood able to come out the back. Makes it 10-14. Mat 3, we got Declan Guard from Rochester Community and Deshaun Jackson from Andrean.
Guard 38-2 on the year as a senior. Jackson
Vanderwood tries to roll him through, ends up getting stuck on his back.
Minute 10, a lot of time to be on your back.
Especially at that heavyweight weight class, that's a lot of man to move.
Third period.
And that's going to be Stearns picking up the pinfall.
That'll be it for mat 2. Our final match of this live stream here for the opening round. Declan Guard leads 3-0 over Deshaun Jackson here. Minute left in the first period.
Coming up on mat 2, we got Jose Diaz from Hobart and Jonathan Searfoss from Penn. Mat 3, Declan Guard up 3-0 over Deshaun Jackson from Andrean. Got to watch the slap on mat 2. Really heavy clubs.
Well, club never hurt.
Don't want to get called for unnecessary roughness.
Going to the second period on mat 3. Guard still leads 3-0.
Diaz able to arm drag and get behind. Puts him up 3-0.
Got all the region sports teams surrounding us now. Coming out heavy here. The former sports director for the Region Sports Network, Nathan Laird, supporting. Now assistant athletic director at Andrean High School. Guard leads 6-0 over Jackson.
Diaz looking for a cradle. Possibly switch to a bundle. About 30 seconds left in the first. Declan guard still up 6-0 on top over Deshaun Jackson currently with a tough ride. Diaz still throwing that crossface. Runs out of time. Going into the second period, that's going to be 3-0 Diaz over Searfoss. Diaz goes down. Searfoss, optional start, drops to a front headlock. Nice peek out by Diaz. Gets the reversal. And that's going to put him up 5-0. Mat 3 guard still up 6-0. Coming to the end of the second period. Heavy right on top. Got a wing in.
Tough ride. He's been trying to turn him the whole time. We'll have one more match coming up here following the Diaz-Searfoss match on mat 2.
Heavy club on top. Stuffing that head really well. That's Diaz.
Jackson gets his escape on mat 3. Or guard, I should say. 7-0.
Gonna go stalling on Diaz, it looks like. Not moving off the hips enough. Gonna get a fresh start.
Guard leads 10-0, looking to get the pinfall here. And he gets it.
Nice arm chop by Diaz. Heavy crossface. Goes Oki boot on the right side. Heavy breakdown there. Still a tough ride. I'm gonna end the period at 5-0. Diaz up over Jonathan Searfoss.
Teams wrestlers warming up on the other mats here. Getting ready for the tick around following this match, and then the following match here for heavyweight. with that, we will be going to another stream following these two matches here on mat 2.
Optional start again from Searfoss. Diaz with the reversal off of Searfoss's attempted front headlock. It's going to put him up 7-0. Again with that forearm pressure to the back of the head. Breaking him down. Searfoss gets 1 for stalling now. A minute left in the third. Going crossbody ride now. "45 seconds left. "30 seconds left. Score still 7-0. Diaz with a heavy ride. And that's going to bring us to the end of the match. It's going to be 7-0. Diaz moving on over Jonathan Searfoss. And we do have one more match before the end of this round. After this, we'll be taking a short break, and we will be right back afterwards. That will be with a new stream. We'll be concluding this one and taking a short break. We'll be right back with a new stream after this.
Some more energy too. I feel like by the time we've gotten to the end of this round, it feels like the entire gym, I feel like, is kind of, taking a collective deep breath, it feels like,
Yep.
getting ready for the next one. Benjamin Robinson of Rensselaer Central taking on Tony Brooks of Crown Point.
Brooks and a Merkel. Are we going to see him roll it through or step over? He steps over. That's going to be Tony Brooks up 3-0, cuts him. Hard shove off. Right back in on a double, shooting him out of bounds. We are still neutral. Finishes the takedown out of bounds, right back to the center. Front headlock from Robinson turned into a Russian from Brooks. Tries a foot sweep, doesn't get it. Another blast double. Brooks' headgear comes off. That's going to be 6-1 now, Tony Brooks. Still trying to figure out the headgear situation. They just tossed him a new one.
I'll find that.
Usually around.
See, I'll go looking for him. I'm not leaving without my hospitality, man. So,
Still working on the headgear. Just a reminder, at the conclusion of this match, we will be ending stream, taking a short break, and restarting with a new stream for the next round. That round will be the ticket round. Looks like they got it all figured out. We are back in the center. Quick head tap by Brooks. Fakes a shot. Headgear comes right back off. Get the tape it back on.
I know what the Danny Bell answer would be. Toss it.
Get the tape it around. It'll be fine. Nice glass double, straight to the back. Brooks looking for the fall, has a lot of time to get it. Throws a little bit of hot sauce. There's the pin. Tony Brooks moving on with a pinfall over Benjamin Robinson. Tony Brooks at Crown Point, Robinson of Rensselaer Central.
Once again, everybody, thank you all for watching this first stream here for the opening round. As Zach has said, we are going to be ending this one right now and coming back here very shortly with a new stream for the ticket round. From Aaron Svetlin, Paul Vela, Chris Backus, Danny Bell, and everyone here helping us out, I'm Zach Miller. This has been Takedown Times. Takedown Time in the region on the Region Sports Network.